Hi class, we're gonna take a look at a short section, and in this section we're talking about volumes, and it's very similar to what we did back with the disk method. In fact, if you're looking at the disk method, it was just this portion. So the vast majority of these problems, it's gonna have the setup of the disk method, except that as we're creating the volumes, some of these are gonna have like an actual opening on the objects. So you're gonna have a second function. So here's the idea. So you're gonna have a function that it's gonna be typically on the first quadrant, and it's gonna be bounded below by another function. So you technically have a region. Now, depending on where you're revolving, you're going to be applying any of these two formulas, which is in essence the disk formula, except that in the disk formula, you had that g of x or v of y set equal to 0. So the vast majority of these problems are going to have some sort of an opening, and that actually creates that the sketches for the shapes be a little bit messy. So most of these, we're just going to actually set them up. We may have to do the evaluation of the volume, but this actual shape may tend to be a little bit messy. Now let's take a look at example 1, and this is just so that we can see that it's in essence the same formula from what we did earlier. So here's the idea on this one. So we're going to be revolving the line y is equal to x. So technically, let me do this in different color. It's going to be this line here. And our region is going to go from 0 to 2. So technically, this is 1 and 2. And this is actually the region in question. We're going to be revolving it along the x-axis. So that's going to actually create the following shape. In this case, this is going to be a cone. Obviously not to scale, and I already messed up the bottom portion. But this was going to be a solid. So if we were to apply the formula that we actually have above, the actual volume it's going to equal to the integral from 0 to the values of 2, and I'm just going to put the pi here. Your first function that you technically have is the one that's above it. So that's going to be the x, which is going to square, and it's going to be bounded below by y is equal to 0. So this is going to be technically with respect to x. And if you remember back on the formula that we used earlier, well, that portion was actually not needed since all the functions were technically bounded by 0. Here, this is your actual f function, and this is your g function, which if you are looking at the formula, this is technically the one that we're evaluating at 0. So for this particular one, we're just going to have that this integral, and this one is a solid, so I'm applying the washer formula, but it's just going to end up being the disk formula. So in this case, this is going to be the values of pi, integral from 0 to 2 of x squared dx, or pi x to the third divided by 3 from 0 to 2. So we're looking at pi times 2 to the third divided by 3 minus 0, or we're looking at 8 pi over 3 units to the third power. That's going to actually be the volume. So total volume, this is equal to 8 pi divided by 3 units to the third power. Okay, let me fix the units. Sorry, you guys. I'm like right at the edge. So units to the third. I cannot fix that 3. I think it's the angle. Okay, so that's going to be our final answer for this one. So this one is just a disk method. I just wanted to set up the formula so that you see that it's in essence the same formula, except that, well, some of the problems in here are actually going to have a region. So they're not going to be solids. They're going to have, because of the function below, an actual hole.